We're moving ahead with our program this morning, and I'm now going to invite Lorelei and Chamirai to come up and talk, because the main piece they're going to talk about now is an industry expert group. They're also going to explain how we got to this point with the industry expert group and how important it was for us. Some of the people that have helped us through the selection process for the funding of the projects are still here, and Lorelei and Chamirai will be explaining that. So that's the industry expert group. And I think you're just ready to come up now.
All right, well, good morning, everyone. I'm Lorelei Ratushniak. I'm the Mining Engagement Manager at MICA here. So given that we just had our third CFP call for proposals in June, and we just did an overview a few weeks ago with the mine operators who helped to rank those technologies, we have just some data and a quick overview of that. So the MICA IEG Industry Expert Group is comprised of mine operators globally. It's on a volunteer basis, which we're very grateful for. And essentially, they're helping us to understand what technologies are most critical. So there's a specific ranking process that they go through with the technologies who are applying for funding. We focus on 4 high-level themes. So with the projects coming in, these are the themes that they align with: productivity, energy, smart digital, which includes automation and environmental. We are going to be adding some future themes to that around ESG, circularity, and critical minerals. The technologies that come in, we do cover the whole mining value chain. So from prospecting and exploration all the way to mine rehabilitation and repurposing. For the last CFP, we had 97 applicants come in, so they did span throughout the entire value chain. We're looking for leaders and experts, or SMEs, which are subject matter experts within the mining companies. So we'll work with different departments. As an example, the tailings and risk managers who will look at those technologies, and I really want people to have experience with evaluating technologies, deploying them, so they can answer the broad set of questions that we have. The value to the members participating. So we hear from mining companies, how do we really look at the emerging technologies that we might not be aware of and get a good snapshot of that? With the process that we have, the questions that the vendors answers, we have a combination of technology readiness, commercial readiness, to be able to give the mining companies who are looking at this kind of like a pre-screening version of those technologies. And then through membership, you can access more benefits from that. There's joint projects that you can work on with other mining companies on these specific vendors. And the value to us is quite enormous. It's very important to be aligned with what the market needs are and the mining company priorities. So we take this data, and then we're able to see where are the gaps, where do we need to accelerate and mature the commercial readiness of these critical technologies. As one of the main challenges is we have a lot of great technology companies out there, but getting them to an enterprise level or to even install at scale is the challenge. So this is hugely helpful for us to take that data and then allocate funds. So just overview of some of the expectations of the IEG. We do have a portal that we leverage where we have all of the vendors' information. Mining companies can jump onto that and they can rank. And this is just a bit of an overview of what we do with the MICA IEG. This is our most up-to-date IEG members. Some of them are MICA mining members, and some of them are industry supporters. So this is the amazing group of mining companies that we had. We wanted to make sure that it's from Tier 3, Tier 2, Tier 1 mining companies, different commodities, so we can get that full industry view. And these really primary commodities represented for the CFP number 3 IEG. So at this point, I'm going to call up Chamirai Nabeze to help me get through some of the slides here and go over some of these statistics. This is the process that we have, so you can see where the industry expert group falls into this process. So they're at the front end, and again, that data is taken throughout the rest of the process to the project selection committee, and then that'll also determine which companies go to full application. So I'm going to call up Chamirai.
Thank you, Lorelei. The voice of the customer. Everybody here can agree with me, right? That you need to hear the voice of the customer so you can respond to what the customer needs. Now, that statement is true and not true sometimes, right? Because sometimes the customer doesn't know what they want. So anyways, we have to push information to the customer. So over the last 3 years, we've had about 287 applications come in. All those applications have actually gone in front of a mining company. And mining companies have actually read those applications, at least what we gave them of the application, and they've given us feedback, okay? And at the end of this presentation, I'm gonna show you the SWOT analysis of what the mining companies have been saying to us about your projects when they receive them. So you can see some general comments about, how the mining companies are viewing technology projects. So again, we have 27 projects, leveraged about $650 million identified in the industry, $650 million of capital mobilizable identified in the industry. And we've only been able to mobilize $30 million of our own money and about $164 of your money in total. We have been able to recognize that the pipeline for technologies that the mining industry needs is bigger than what we can actually fulfill. So that was some good news for us. And you can see the numbers here for having CFP 1, 2, and 3. So we did ask the mining companies 2 questions. We asked them, tell us, or not 2 questions, 2 sets of main question areas. One was industry perspective. We asked them, tell us from the industry view, what do you think about this application? So these are the questions that we asked. Now, everybody who submitted an application for the CFPs did get this feedback in terms of the areas where we were actually asking questions for the mining companies. We also asked the mining companies to give us their opinion from their company perspective. What was really cool about the company perspective is that mining companies were able to tell us which projects they were interested in. So what Kyle and the team have been doing over the last couple of months is going back to the applicants and saying, okay, this mining company wanted to connect with you, so let's make an introduction. So we've been doing a little bit of that. So you can see that the mining companies, we ask very specific questions about their technologies, about their view of a technology. Yeah, and talking about the SWOT analysis, against the strengths, I'll just pick on 1 or 2 here. The mining companies did tell us that projects demonstrated innovative approaches and solutions. So the innovativeness of your solutions was definitely there, okay? Another area, I'll just pick another one here, is they did feel that there were detailed technical specifications helping in assessing the project feasibility. Again, this is sort of, some projects were like this, some were a little bit different, but you can see here, these are the overall strengths of your applications. And look, nobody wants to be told their weaknesses, right? But hey, we all have them. Okay, so commercialization strategies need more clarity. I think mining companies felt that some of the projects weren't very clear about how they were going to be integrated into the operation. So there was a little bit of lack of that. Another one was inadequate market analysis in some projects. There wasn't enough market analysis done on that piece. And another area is some projects were lacking significant innovation or differentiation. That's something else there. In terms of some opportunities identified, there was an opportunity for projects to expand into new markets, and I think you all like that, right? You want more clients, so you can have more business, more revenue. There was some other opportunities for you here identified with possibility to form strategic partnerships. And this is one thing that I'm always preaching is try not to just be, a point solution. Try and bring a more integrated solution to the industry so that, if they have to do a work stoppage to integrate, they're integrating more than just you, right? Because we all know that every hour of downtime in our industry is like mighty expensive, right? Again, another opportunities area here was availability of increased funding for projects. There's an opportunity for that for sure. Like I said, we only put $30 million in the pot, but the demand for the money was like hundreds of millions of dollars, right? So obviously there's a need for us to get more money. Threats, SWOT analysis, right? There's your strength. So the threats, some threats, concerns about market readiness and acceptance. There's a concern around that area. Another area was like just the risk of securing funding. And I think, just talk about funding for a moment, we have been able to actually help you secure follow-on funding by being sort of coming to the table first. So that's something that's really, really good. Another threat area is challenges in scaling production and maintaining quality. Again, I think there's a big concern there. Can you scale up your technology and still maintain the quality that you demonstrated when you did your proof of concept? Because nowadays, you go and you do a demo, everything's bells and whistles is working, but when you're told to scale up to service multiple clients, now things start to be a little bit different. Yeah, so that's it. That's what we gave the mining companies. That's what they gave back to us as feedback. Now, we are actually going to send everybody these slides so that you can maybe take a look at those areas, that SWOT analysis area, and see if there's an area that you need to improve. Thank you.